Magandang umaga world at Philippines mula sa kabukiran ng San Luis, Pugo, La Union. Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Magandang gabi, magandang hapon. Yan. All over Philippines. Meron dito yung tandang ng kapitbahay na feeling niya is dito na ang bahay niya sa bakuran ko. Anyway, magandang umaga po ulit sa inyong lahat. Maraming salamat po sa tumatangkilik ng ating series kung saan mas masarap tumira sa Pilipinas ba o sa Amerika. Meron po sariling kuro-kuro ang bawat isa. Ang paulit-ulit ko pong sinasabi is irespeto natin ang opinion ng bawat isa. Meron po tayong pwedeng matutunan sa bawat opinion ng bawat isa, sa experience ng bawat isa. Hindi po yan pare-parehas. Nako, yung manok sinisira niya yung roses ko. Ay, nako. Kaya, what do you call this? Kaya, respetohin po natin. Pero maraming salamat sa mga nagbibigay ng kanilang mga komento, ng kanilang mga kuro-kuro. Very much appreciated. Again, like I said, we can learn from each other. We can also share our own opinion. And again, everybody is entitled sa kanyang opinion po. Walang mali, walang tama. Kanya-kanyang opinion po yan. Kanya-kanyang kuro-kuro. Kanya-kanyang experience po sa ating buhay. At ang series po natin about saan mas masarap tumira, sa Amerika o sa Pilipinas, siguro sa last part later on sa ating series, kapag wala na po tayong mga question na pwedeng sagutin o pag-usapan, wala na po tayong mga bagay na pwedeng pag-usapan, sasabihin ko po ang dahilan kung bakit pinili ko po na bumalik sa ating sariling bayan. Okay. Meron pong isang subscriber or who watch our series na tinanong niya paano ka nakabili ng lupa mo at nakapagpagawa ng bahay mo being an American citizen. So, sasagutin ko po yan. Bago po ako bumili ng lupa dito sa Pilipinas, is nag-research po muna ako kasi wala naman po akong lupa na naiwan ng aking mga magulang na para sa akin. So, may dahilan kung bakit ako out of the blue, hindi to plinano talaga ang pagbabalik ko sa Pilipinas na pagbili ng lupa at pagpapagawa ng bahay. Something happened to me na kung bakit ako nag-decide na bumili ng lupa. But anyway, to go back to the question, paano ako nakabili? Well, again, as like I said, I research first bago ako bumili at sasabihin ko po sa inyo. Sa mga hindi pa po nakakaalam at maaring may iba po sa inyo po na makapanood, kung meron po kayong ibang kaalaman, pwede po mag-comment para sa ganun is matuto tayong pare-parehas. So, sa aking research po, ang former Filipino, everybody knows what former Filipino means. They're allowed to buy for residential and commercial purposes na mga lote. Pero, merong limitation. Okay. Pag personal residential use ang bibilhin mo po na lupa, is pwede ka bumili ng maximum of 1,000 square meters urban land and 1 hectare of rural land. So, alam nyo naman na po ang ibig sabihin ng urban land at ang rural land. So, to make the story short, if you buy a land for residential use in rural land, so in urban land, in urban land, it means to say the place is already developed. Okay? Pag ganun po yung bibilihin mo bilang residential use mo, is you're allowed maximum of 1,000 square meters bilang dating Pilipino. Okay. Ngayon, kung yung rural land naman, for example, the place is not developed, you can have until 1 hectare of rural residential land use. Residential land use. You can have a maximum of 1 hectare. So, pag sinabi pong rural area, 2,000 housing units and 5,000 residents, ganun po yung area dapat. At ang urban is 5,000 or more residents and more than 10,000 houses. So that's the urban. Rural, less than 2,000. Urban, more than 2,000. So anyway, basta pag develop na, it is already considered urban, and so you can only have maximum of 1,000 square meters, or pag rural, 1 hectare. Okay na po tayo doon. So yun is kung dati kang Pilipino. Now, paano yung mga namanamang lupa? Wala pong problema, nire-recognize ng Philippine government ang mga inherited land mo. Pag dual citizen ka, para wala kang maging problema kung ilan ang bibilhin mo na residential lot, is mag-apply ka na ng dual citizenship at wala kang limitation under the Dual Citizen Act law ng Philippines. Now, so that's for residential use pag former Filipino. What about for commercial use? Okay, pag commercial use naman, 5,000 square meters lang ang maximum mo from an urban land, at 3 hectares naman pag rural. Okay. For example, sa kabundukan, bumili ka doon ng 3 hectare, no problem. 5,000 square meter from urban land. Okay po. Let's say, for example, sa Baguio City, gusto mong bumili doon ng gagawin mo na business, you can only have until 5,000 square meters. So, again, former Filipinos, you're allowed to buy residential use of land and commercial use of land. However, there's limitation. Okay po. So, I guess, kung gusto mo nang bumili ng marami, mag-dual citizen ka na lang. Dual citizenship, saka na lang po ulit natin pag-isipan. Pag-usapan ang which is better if you're gonna be a dual citizen or not. But I know that there are advantages to it and there are disadvantages to it. However, ang pinag-uusapan natin po ngayon sa topic na to is, can a Filipino buy, a former Filipino buy at magpagawa ng bahay dito? Yes, ang pinag-uusapan po natin dito yung lupa. So, let's say for example, ang max mo sa urban kabibili is 1,000 square meters. They're no longer like, they don't question how big your building is, as long as hanggang 1,000 square meter ka lang for residential use. Okay? And gusto mo patayo ng business, it doesn't matter what is the building you're gonna build, as long as hanggang 5,000 square meter ka lang in urban land. Sa rural, pwede kang 3 hectares for a commercial use. So, hopefully, that has answered question of one of our subscribers, and I think that's a very, very good question as well, because I had asked that question prior to me buying a property in the Philippines. Alam ko marami sa mga former Filipinos ang maraming mga kalupaan dito sa Pilipinas, because they have those properties already prior to going to the US. So, ang pinag-uusapan lang po natin dito is, a former Filipino buy land or properties. So, maraming salamat po. Thank you for your input and opinions. Maraming salamat po. Please continue to like, continue to share, and thank you for all the new subscribers, and thank you pa rin po sa mga dating mga subscribers at hindi nyo iniiwan ang inyong lingkod, at sana po patuloy po tayo na matuto sa ating mga sariling kuro-kuro at opinion. Maraming salamat po. Let's respect each opinion, let's respect each kuro-kuro. Wag po nating sabihan na that's a stupid kuro-kuro or that's a stupid opinion. Wala pong stupid if that is your own opinion. Kasi, no, first of all, nobody's perfect. And number two, everybody has differences. Everybody has individual taste. Everybody has individual likes. Kaya, hindi po natin pwedeng sabihin na stupid ang opinion ng isang tao. Kaya maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. It is Sunday here in the Philippines at tayo magre-ready na po because we are going to attend 2 invitations from 2 churches for their anniversary and Thanksgiving day po nila of 2 churches today. One in our own barangay and another one in a different barangay. So maraming salamat po. Thank you so much. God bless.